So what we thought was a banana tree appears to be plantain tree. So I decided, after watching how it's made plantain chips, I would try to make plantain chips. And this one's getting a little darker than the first batch, but man, that first batch, they were probably in there 10 or 15 minutes. And they really didn't get dark at all. Not like the video how it's made, where they were just basically black, like they came out of a tar pit. This is the first set over here. You can tell how dark they are. Not super black. Kind of a good smell though. It smells like a cooked cabbage or a freshly cooked vegetables, squash maybe. Anyway, so these have been there. I started putting in less at one time so that it wouldn't stop the boiling of the water. I was having an issue with that, so it seemed to be turning black faster this way, but still a lot longer than the about a minute that they said on the how it's made. We'll see how it goes. So this is basically what I got after cutting one open. I don't know if it didn't boil fast enough. Definitely smells like squash, cooked squash. The peel didn't really come off. It all kind of just broke apart. So I don't know if they didn't cook long enough or they cooked too fast, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with the next batch. I'll leave them in there a lot longer and see. After working with it for a little bit longer, I was able to get the peel off, and they're pretty cooked. I obviously didn't slice it thin enough, but it was all falling apart anyway. But it tastes like potato, so I guess that's a start. I know that plantain chips are kind of like potato chips. I guess you put those two together. Anyway, update. So after letting them cool a little longer, the second one's skin came off a lot easier and it stayed whole. So that's positive. I don't want to beat in the first one just like a potato with salt and pepper. It was delicious. So looking up, I just have to let them cool off a little more before I slice them open, and we'll see what happens. And this is just so you can see the color difference. These have been there probably 25 or 30 minutes now and boiling, and then I just put these in so the boil's not so much. But yeah, you can see the difference in the color. And these I just took out of there. This one's real dark on this side, but flip it over, not so much. Anyway, I'm gonna try to fry some a little bit. I took the fryer outside because it's smoky. I got some old oil in it. We'll see what happens. That's two and two more, and it's just a little deep fryer, so I don't feel safe putting more than the two in at a time. I'm going to put them in about 2 minutes at 375, and I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me outside, so I wanted to say that while I was inside, and then I will show you what's going on when I get there. You ready to start a grease fire? Yes, you are. Alright, so this is way too complicated to try to lift and dump, so until I see you the next time, 2 minutes from now. Going on minute number 2 now. 5 seconds into the second minute, looking pretty good. Yeah. And that's 2 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. They smell delicious, and I'm going to put some salt. Test them out for you. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to be pretty good. Yeah. Man, I got to tell you, they're delicious. Plantains, the wonder fruit. Tastes like bananas if you let them ripen. Tastes like potatoes if you boil them. Tastes like potato chips when you fry them. Can't beat it. These are just barely fried enough that the outside is crispy. The inside is still pretty soft. I'll probably put the next batch in for just a little bit longer, maybe 3 minutes. And Set those down. I'm about to go in. See if I can break one of these open for you. Nope, it's just gonna flex. Yeah, not real crispy. The thinner ones got a little bit of crisp to them, but these thicker ones, I still sliced them pretty thin for just a hand knife, no slicer. But yeah, they're still pretty soft in the center. Really good, really good. Delicious. Bonus footage. The tree that hath provided. And the bunch that's been there from the very beginning. You probably can't see it. Right on the edge there. I have so many now I won't be able to use them. So I think I'll leave those on the tree. I don't know what I would do with all those stinking things. I can't possibly see myself eating all of these. So as I'm working on the second batch here, I figured I'd give a little word of advice. I do it just like they did in the video, where you slice the both ends off, and then they're still pretty sticky. They leave a sticky residue on everything. So once you start peeling them, they're just going to get all over your hands. What I would do is go through and slice them all first, and then peel them all. When you're slicing, it seems like it starts to come off easier. If you take one of these ridges and just slice at an angle, so like you're slicing underneath, say you were trying to separate the skin like it is, and just go right along that ridge and slice underneath it just a little bit. You're going to go in not real deep and follow that, and it seems like the peel comes off a lot easier that way. Thought I'd throw that in there. So the second batch came out really well as well. Thick one. One side note I wanted to make was that these are, I would say, a bit smaller than what you'd buy in a grocery store. May obviously vary time to time in the year and place to place, but the ones I see at the grocery store are easily twice as big as these. They're humongous, probably the length of my forearm, whereas these were probably the size of my hand. Not real big, but so just keep in consideration if you're making them from the ones you bought in the store, if they're bigger, it may take longer to boil them out. The slices will be bigger. This doesn't seem like it's getting quite hot enough to make them crispy. I'd have to slice them really thin to get it crispier. So some things to think about. Try to make yours. Yeah. Okay, so last one. Just be aware that the water that you boil the plantains in is going to turn black. If it boils over, it leaves this black sooty residue. The tongs I was using to fish the plantains out of it, got a bunch of it on there as well. I had to scrub pretty well with this blue scrubbing pad on the scrubbing side, soap and water, to get that black sticky off of there. I got some of it on my hands, and it took a little bit to get it off of there too. So just be aware that if you don't want something stained, don't have it anywhere near there, and don't use your good stuff. Probably don't want to use stainless steel, potentially. This way I won't be able to tell if I get all the black off or not. So just keep that in mind. Last one, success. This is my bounty of what I didn't eat already. So that was just about half of a bushel or a bunch or whatever you would call them off the tree. I'm saving some to eat as bananas, and I'm going to save these to eat like baked potatoes. So, whew, good stuff. Thanks for watching.